Hi, it's Greg with Garage Door Politics. And have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had a lot of questions. How do we record an episode? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do we make money from our podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor Anchor FM is a one stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculous easy to use. Plus, Anchor matches you with sponsors so you can get paid to do your podcast. It doesn't matter whatever your podcast is, it can be anything. So just go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to get your podcast rolling off today.
Hello, everybody out there. And this is Gregory Gamble with Garage Door Politics. And how's everybody doing out there, huh? Everybody good?
Gucci Prada.
It sounds like it to me. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? Oh, well, I guess we're doing okay. I heard something today on the TV, and it was kind of funny to me. They said, you know, uh, you're going through a food shortage, food prices, just buy enough what you need. That's what they said. Buy enough what you need through the week, you know. And so I got to thinking, you know, how many people out there have leftovers in your refrigerator? I'm not talking about the freezer. I'm not talking about anything freezing out there. I'm just talking about in your refrigerator, and everybody knows what I mean. You go in the refrigerator, there's always something, a Tupperware or some type of uh, food container that has something in there, and you don't know how old it is. I bet a lot of people out there have stuff that's at least 2 weeks old. And if you're like me, a guy, and you go in there, and I love leftovers. My wife says I'm the king of leftovers, so I love leftovers and sandwiches. But I'll go in there and I'll pull that out and I'll look at it and then I'll open it and smell it, you know. But my wife's pretty good about cleaning the fridge, so we don't have anything. It's probably, I wouldn't say more than 2 weeks. Let's put it that way. But I bet if you look in your fridge when you get home tonight, there'll be something in there. But anyway, that's what they said. That's what they said. Just eat less. Okay. Well, hell, we're eating less already because we're paying more, right? Yeah, I know it. I know it. Yeah, it's water under the bridge, I guess. But anyway, what I want to talk about, and I want to welcome everybody on our podcast. Thank you. Thank you for giving me uh, the, you know, the pleasure of bringing you a podcast. And that's on our podcast is available on Anchor, FM, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and any other place that you would, even Amazon Music. We're on the Amazon Music. So anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, I I want to talk about we the people. We the people. We're pissed. Come on, look what's happened here. We got high gas prices. I mean, the food, even if you can find it, you can't afford a steak. You can't afford a steak. You can't afford any of that. E e even if you can find it again, this is all domestic stuff. I mean, the supply chain issues, and we're gonna touch that later on in our, Everybody's Got One segment, but, uh, the supply chain thing, I mean, look at the baby formula. What's going on? I mean, I don't understand. I just don't understand what's going on in this country. And and this has all happened within probably 2 years. 2 years this has happened. And I just don't understand how fast going from one administration to another that it could all just go to hell in a basket because it did. And this should never happen. This should never happen because we were energy uh, dependent. We were at one time. I'd say a couple years ago we were, and now we can't even find oil. So what it does, it drives the high gas prices up, and then they released that out of the street. That was nothing. That was like a fly buzzing around your house. I mean, that was nothing. I mean, but the food prices, they and the food. I mean, you're getting 2 pieces of steak. Go to the grocery anywhere, Walmart. You can go anywhere. Kroger. 2 pieces of steak's going to cost you 30 some dollars at least. And Memorial Day's coming up. It's just funny. It's just funny how all this and it ties in and it ties into the immigration issue as well because you have all these people coming into the country and shit. We're already having problems here. I mean, come on, think about it. We're already having problems, but yet you're going to let more and more people come in and then give them baby formula, like was talked about in a week or so ago. Uh, Money, just here you go, here you go, here you go. You're here, welcome. So I feel sorry for all the people that got here the right way. So anyway, that's a domestic policy, and right now this is under Biden and the Democrats. They control everything. They control everything. And look how fast it went down. Just amazing. Just amazing. I mean, it's just it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Anyway, on the back end, after our commercial here, our break, we'll go with the foreign policy that Biden and the Democrats are setting up, and so we'll see you then. Has anybody out there thought about starting your own podcast? Well, here at Garage Doors Politics, we looked and we didn't know. We had no clue. No clue. And then we found Anchor FM. Anchor is your one-stop shop for uploading, hosting, and distributing your podcast, audio podcast. And now with a Spotify account, you can actually stream your podcast on video as well. So if you would like more information, let's go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start. And they'll get you up and podcasting about as fast as they can do it. Okay, we're back. We talked about the domestic problems, the high gas prices, and it affects everybody. It affects me. Hell, I got 2 vehicles. I only use one for just doctor's appointments and stuff like that, going to grocery maybe. And the other one, my little truck, I just use it to go to work. So I mean, a lot of people aren't even that lucky. So it's just everything, the supply issues, everything. Then let's go to the foreign policy, and we know about Ukraine. We know what's going on over there, but you got to remember this was started. Putin saw the weakness when he saw Afghanistan. How we withdrew from Afghanistan was a telling tale. And so Putin saw that as weakness, and so he decided, well, I'll just take the Donbass region in Ukraine and sort of like the Sutherland, to Hitler. It's the same thing. Just appease that to me, and everything is good. And then he decided, well, he's going to take Kiev too, and he's going to do all that. So, but whose fault is that? We show weakness. You can never show weakness to these people. It's it shown over history, anytime you show weakness, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. So, so we show weakness. Putin's entrenched in there, committed war crimes. We know that. That's just the way he rolls. And now we're just shoveling weapons and money in there. In fact, as of today, the $40 billion aid package to Ukraine just went through. And you know what's so funny about that? That is so funny. It is this funny because we sent 40 billion over there, and then there was a time that we wouldn't even give them $1 billion loan guarantee, and this is December of 2015 when Joe Biden was vice president.
And so I got Ukraine, and I remember going over convincing our team or others to convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
Okay, that was Joe Biden, and that was when he was vice president. That was at a financial think tank, and so well, there was a reason behind that. I don't know. There might have been a reason behind that. Who knows? Hunter Biden, his son, was over there in Ukraine working for a company. So I don't know. I don't know. It just leads me to believe that we have more going on than we really, really know. I mean, it's just there's there's just something going on. Yeah, it does sound like water dribbling, but that's just my take on it, and that's what we do here. Now we're going to go to our segment of the podcast we like to call "Everybody's Got One," and that means everybody's got an opinion. And my opinion on that, because a lot of times I like to lay facts out to you, which I did. But everybody's got one opinion. It's Senate Bill 2992, and you can Google it, look it up, see what it's in. What it wants to do, it wants to restrict these online companies, their business from doing, certain, like discriminating against other businesses smaller than they are. And a lot of people, like for instance, go on Amazon, and a lot of people sell their stuff through the Amazon platform. And Amazon charges them, but you don't even need a website basically with the Amazon online platform. You just, I think the lowest you can get in is like $50 a month, and you're just selling. They give you away. But they're saying that, oh, because when you pay that and everything, you don't get up into the rankings as high. Well, I don't know. It depends on who shops. I mean, a lot of people just buy the first damn thing they see. But anyway, Amy Klobuchar sponsored a bill. Senator Amy Klobuchar, a Democrat from Minnesota, sponsored a bill, and she got 6 Republicans to sign on and 7 other Democrats to sign on. And what it would do would restrict Amazon's placement, I guess, of ads and that type. And it would force them to not charge people like for shipping like Prime. If you want to put something on Prime, they can't charge you an extra fee to put it on Prime. And that's what it boiled down to as far as I could see. But then I saw that and I thought, well, that's going to hurt a lot of people because right now we got a supply chain issue, don't we? And how a lot of people have been getting stuff through Amazon, types of there's smaller ones around. Walmart does it too. I mean, there's a lot of different ones, but Amazon's probably the biggest. But they want to literally, 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 just you know, to the point to where you know they uh, they won't be able to do the Prime. So I don't know if this bill's good, but I mean, wake up, people. I mean, wake up. Let's wake up. Let's wake up from sleeping through COVID for 2 flipping years. Let's wake up. Let's wake up to see what's going on in this country because I'm telling you, that's why we're pissed. That's why we the people, we are pissed. And we're just not going to take it anymore. And we're just tired and and that's the way it is. So anyway, that's our podcast for today. Not a too long one. Don't want to keep it too long, but anyway, we'll see you next time on Garage Door Politics Worldwide from Las Vegas, Nevada.